Good morning, this is Andrew Mount for GG and a very windy Newmarket. It's Saturday the 28th of September, day 3 of the Cambridgeshire meeting. Now yesterday we saw a really strong bias towards the far side rail, favouring low drawn runners. The stalls were on that side, and if you were prominent against that rail you had a big advantage. Now the going stick today suggests that the ground is quickest on either rail and slower down the middle of the track, and with the wind strong as it is behind the runners mostly in the straight, I think it's going to be hard to make too much ground from off the pace. So I'm quite happy with my Al Jalabi bet each way in the 340. That's the big race, the Cambridgeshire, who's a 66 to 1 shot. He's a front runner, drawn 1, should enjoy the run of the race. Now in the earlier races we kick off, we got the 150, the Royal Lodge Stakes. Now there's no obvious pace in this, a lot of these are lightly raced, so one or two of them may change tactics and decide to race prominently, but Sound of Cannons for Frankie Dettori from stall 1 for the Brian Meehan yacht could be the way to go. Now Sound of Cannons was a winner on his debut at the July course here, and then next time out he went to Haydock. He was prominent on soft ground and he was worn down by Pile Driver, who reopposes today. The stalls are in the centre, so they've got choices as to where they go, but if they go far side, if Frankie Dettori sends them over there from stall 1, he could reward each way support round about the 9 to 1 mark. Now the second race is the Cheveley Park. Plenty of pace angles here. Raffle Prize from stall 10 is likely to perhaps come over towards the stand side rail, whereas Nina Bailarana from stall 1 could go towards the far side. We could end up with a split field here, which will be interesting. Raffle Prize probably. She's a fantastic filly, only got worn down close home by Earthlight, who runs later on in the pre-morning last time, and I think she'll take the beating. But maybe if you want to chance Nina Bailarana from the stall 1, and if she goes far side and it is quicker over there, then she could perhaps reward each way support. Now onto the big race. So I'm quite happy with my Al Jalabi bet. I've also bet Beringer, who's going to come from off the pace and need luck in running from stall 15. And if you're looking for one drawn high, and if the earlier races suggest that that's the place to be, then look no further than Le Don de Vie. 3 wins from 4 starts since gelded, and the defeat, the 4th place over a mile and a half at Goodwood, was probably the best of those efforts, given how well that worked out and that he didn't stay the trip. Now we've got a 7 furlong maiden at 4:15. We should have had some more clues about the draw by this point, but if low numbers are certainly not inconvenienced from earlier evidence, then look no further than Sunset Kiss around about the 4 to 1 mark for Michael Bell and James Doyle. Now James Doyle was seen to really good effect here yesterday on my nap. Data Protection, who made all against the far side rail, and Sunset Kiss really caught the eye on debut at Leicester, finishing 5th, doing best of those to come from off the pace at 50 to 1. Now you can't label a horse as having a particular running style after just 1 start, so I'd imagine that James Doyle, knowing exactly what's required to win here with the wind behind him, will try and ping her out from stall 4, get across to that far side rail and perhaps try to make all, as he did so effectively here yesterday. So that's it from me until next week. So just to recap, have a look at Dettori's mount in the 150, Raffle Prize probably in the 225, but maybe Nina Bailarana. I'm sticking with my Al Jalabi bet in the 340, maybe cover on Le Don de Vie down the stand side, and Sunset Kiss in the 415. And the wind is forecast to get even stronger. I'm going to get back to the safety of the press room before I get blown over. Have a good weekend.